This is Tank's Vlog, April 28th, 2019, wrapping up the day in sports. We'll get to the NBA and NHL playoffs in a minute. But first, I have to address today's Mets game, which I attended. It was Game of Thrones night. Yes, Games of Thrones night, and they gave out a bobblehead of Noah Syndergaard sitting in the Iron Throne. We're supposed to be meeting Stu Feiner today. Unfortunately, Stu had other obligations and was not there, but I was there with a couple of his friends and once again had a great time. As always, I love meeting the people out there. You're always best. My fans are the best fans, bar none. You can't be topped without a doubt. Now to the game. Noah Syndergaard stunk it up again. And making matters worse, he just makes excuse after excuse after excuse. Right now, I am ashamed of wearing this shirt. Absolutely ashamed. Mets are now 13-13, falling like a rock. You know they're going to lose on Sunday because they always lose on Sunday. And Gio Gonzalez is probably going to throw a two-hitter. Just embarrassing. An embarrassing performance today. I mean, this is the bobblehead, as mentioned. You are a bum! Seriously. You are not worthy of that chair. You're not worthy to sit in that Iron Throne. You have been stinking it up. You've been reeking. Yes, reeking. And you say you have the balls are cold. I think you don't have any balls at all. In fact, you're Theon Greyjoy. Reek, because you stunk it up again. Cut your hair. Get rid of the damn ponytail. It looks ridiculous. You need to shave, get back to pitching, and stop making excuses. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? No, I guess not. Look at this. He's shaking his head now. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Absolutely. Let me look at this. This is all he cares about. Hype. He's nothing but hype. Overrated. Terrible. And while we're at it. Okay, I've given you a lot of leeway. You won the Cy Young last year. By the way, if you're in the season ticket holder, I got this one too. It's made of gold. I'd like to thank the Academy for this award. I feel very honored to win it. But next time out, you better not stink it up. I mean, 3 times it rained when you pitched. You missed the start. And the Mets should not have started you Friday night. But you know what? Now is the time to buck up, and show why you were the Cy Young winner last year. Of course, the one big problem is that Devin Mesoraco helped both these men last year. And Devin Mesoraco is gone. What you have now is Wilson Ramos, who's been terrible lately, and the worst catcher, the worst, horrible, terrible, pathetic catcher that ever lived. And tonight it was on full display. Full display. He had pass balls, wild pitches, people throwing and stealing on him. Now, Travis d'Arnaud actually did throw somebody out, which was a friggin' miracle. I thought that the sky was about to open. I thought the angels were singing. I heard harps going, ha! But then, of course, the next time someone got on base, he threw the ball into center field, which he always does. And then he was 1 for 25, came to the plate, and he got a nice, solid base hit. But what does the moron do? He tries to take second base, and he overslides the bag. I can't take him anymore. Travis d'Arnaud must be DFA'd. He is horrible. I cannot take Travis d'Arnaud anymore. Get him off the team. Get him off the team now. You know Jerry Grody Gary Carter, Mike Piazza, Todd Hundley, John Stearns, Ron Hodges, and Maggie Sasser. But do you remember the worst catcher that ever there was? Travis, the worst catcher ever. He couldn't throw anybody out. And if there is a ball in dirt, it's certainly going to walk to the backstop. Travis, the worst catcher ever. He can't even hit. He is a terrible with the bat in his hand. If there's a runner on base, he'll be sure to hit into a double play. He is awful terrible, and the Mets are fading away. Travis, the worst catcher ever. He is so terrible. The only time he hits home runs is when the Mets are down 12-1. He has gone down in history. And then, of course, I even serenaded him today. I serenaded that bum. I sung, "Hit the road, Travis, and don't you plumb back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Travis, and don't you come back no more." Jacob, does Travis d'Arnaud suck? Reek. Does Travis d'Arnaud reek? On Game of Thrones night, the only thing I wish I could have seen is for the Mets to do to Travis d'Arnaud what Sansa did to Ramsey Bolton. And speaking of people on the throne, I mean, you're really choking. I haven't seen anyone choke that sat in the Iron Throne since Joffrey. And heck, you have as much business being in that throne as Tomlin. I mean, come on. Have some pride. Have some pride! Yankees won their game 6-4 as Gary Sanchez hit a grand slam to lead the net effort. While Aroldis Chapman struggled at the end of the game, very concerning for the Yankees how Chapman has pitched as of late. Twins pounded the Orioles 9-2. It's the Cardinals 6-3 winners over the Reds. Blue Jays were 7-1 winners over the Athletics. Astros 4-3 winners on a Tony Kemp walk-off home run over the Indians. Padres 8-3 winners over the Nationals. It was the Rays 2-1 winners in Fenway over the Red Sox. Phillies slammed the Marlins 12-9. Royals 9-4 winners over the Angels. It was the Rockies getting closer and closer to 500 with a 9-5 win over the Braves. The Cubs pounded the Diamondbacks 9-1. It was the Dodgers beating the Pirates 3-1. 15-1 was the score as the Texas Rangers trounced the Mariners. While snow on April 27th in Chicago. I guess winter is still coming as the White Sox and Tigers were snowed out. They'll make it up as a doubleheader later this season. NBA, we got one Game 7 this year in the first round in an otherwise boring postseason. And that was the Denver Nuggets getting off to a big lead, controlling the game most of the way and almost blowing it as they held off the San Antonio Spurs 90-86. And this marks the first time in Greg Popovich's 10 years coach, that the Spurs have failed to make it past the second round 2 straight years. The Spurs have, of course, made the playoffs, NBA record 22 straight years under Popovich, but this is the first time that they've failed in 2 straight seasons in this period of winning to make it past the first round. And right now, they are a team that needs to actually start thinking about rebuilding. It's over. It's over. It is a great run, but they're just not what they used to be. Everyone has to fade eventually, except the friggin' Patriots, who never fade away. While the NBA began that series, the Eastern Conference was already starting its second round. And it was the Raptors with big games from Pascal Siakam, and Kawhi Leonard combining for 74 points to beat the Philadelphia 76ers 108-95. In the NHL, after losing Game 1, the Stars bounced back in St. Louis with a big night from Ben Bishop and a 4-2 win. As Roope Hintz had 2 goals and an assist. And the Columbus Blue Jackets needed 2 overtimes, getting a goal from Matt Duchene to beat the Boston Bruins 3-2 in Boston. And that series is even at a game apiece. Looks like we're in for more thrilling hockey. Big star in that game, of course, was Artem Panarin, who had 2 goals and an assist and had the assist on the game-winning goal in overtime. He is our number 1 star of the day. Nikola Jokic, who led the Nuggets in their Game 7 win over the Spurs, is our second star. 21 points, 15 rebounds, 10 assists. And Kawhi Leonard, who had 45 points, 11 rebounds in the Raptors' Game 1 win over the 76ers. Today's birthday shout-out goes to a tight end who could have been better, could have been greater. For his first 5 years, this guy was on his way for historic numbers, and then he hurt his knee, and he was never the same. But along the way, he helped the Giants win 2 Super Bowls. And I'm talking about Mark Bavaro, who turned 56. And we take a look back to 1961, when at 5 days after turning 40, Warren Spahn threw his second no-hitter, blanking the Giants 1-0. Check out the story at Barstool Sports and Sports Encyclopedia, where sports history lives. Good day.